What's up, guys? I'm going to show you exactly how we fixed a 7-figure clinic over the next few minutes. Now, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Daniel Walton. I founded Patient Acquisition. We are a growth partner and fractional CMO that handles everything end-to-end for your clinic, whether it's a telehealth or brick and mortar. We have solutions that can help you. Specifically, I've helped 4 businesses hit 7-figure months. I've helped 1 business get to over $8 million per month. We've acquired over 40,000 trackable patients for our clients. I'm going to show you exactly some of the strategies that we implement and what we did to save a 7-figure business that was struggling to be profitable through paid ads. All right, so let's dive right in. Now, in this video, I'm going to leverage a case study, a recent case study, because to me, it's really important about like what you're doing right now, especially with Andromeda. So many things have changed. So if you don't have somebody that's doing stuff like right now, like this quarter, you're going to have a bad time. So this case study, Elevated, they came to us, they were burning through cash, and where they started is very important to note. We see this very common. Their cost of acquisition was over $2,400, $2,451 to be exact. So meaning they were spending $2,421 to acquire 1 weight loss patient. Now that's relatively like the LTV of a weight loss patient, if you're lucky. Some businesses never see that from their patients. Their average order value, $154. So they were spending $2,400 to get back $154. No way you can make money on that. That's just a recipe for disaster. So before I reveal to you the numbers that we got for them, I do want to show you exactly what we did. So there wasn't just one thing. Again, I'm a fractional CMO. What does that mean? I'm going to work in your business and I'm going to oversee multiple people. I don't have a one-size-fits-all approach. I don't give you one media buyer. I have Google strategists, Facebook strategists, creative strategists, content creators, influencer strategists, influencers at scale. I have it all. I've built all these systems so that I can scale these up for these clients, and I'm going to oversee every piece of it and make sure that all of these things are pieced together effectively. So we help them improve their landing page and their front end. This is one of the biggest things that I see businesses get wrong. If you're planning to get in this space and you're not willing to invest at least $10,000 to $20,000 for a website to do it right, just like stop. Like don't even invest in this space. I'm telling you, it's a competitive market. You're competing with businesses like Hims and Hers. They have a $50 million per month budget. 50 million. You have to compete with that and be better than them. Your little rinky-dink website is not going to convert. I mean, like we have less than a 3% acceptance rate. The website is probably one of the biggest things that I reject clients for because they're not willing to invest in the front end. Your website has to feel a certain way. It has to communicate a certain way to the client. It says that I'm trustworthy. I'm an authority. I'm safe. This drug you're injecting into your body from somebody from the internet is safe to do. You can't have some rinky-dink website. Now, do you have to invest $10,000 to $20,000? No. You can code it yourself. It just has to look a certain way. You can have somebody internally code it for you, but get it done right. It needs to be functional, it needs to be fast, and it needs to look like the competitors. Go line by line down these competitors. Hims, what do they have? What does Row.co have? What does Eden have? What do all these players have? And what are you missing? Make it look real. Don't use stock footage. Don't use like cheap stuff. Make it look quality. And I would consider this the front end. So the front end is not just the website, it's also the ads. So this is what we help them too. We help them improve their ads. This is one of the biggest things that we do for our clients, which includes UGC. They were hiring like cheap billow UGC creators. And can you make money that way? Yeah, but it's not like scalable. I think that's the main thing is $50 to $100 UGC is going to get you $50 to $100 UGC results. So we are generally on the premium side. I'd rather have less that I have a higher probability of success for than have to do very high volume of low amounts because it's more like cheaper and a lot less to the ads work. So meaning I can do 100 UGC creatives at $50 a pop, but maybe 2 or 3 of them work. Or I can just pay premium creators to have a very high probability of success and premium strategists to ensure good success. So the messaging on the UGC we also improve. improved. Not just the UGC strategy itself, right? The strategy is the creative. What's the angle? Like, what are they doing? Are they just standing behind a wall, blank wall, and talking on camera like their first time ever filming a video? Or is there some pattern interrupt? So the UGC, the static ads, improve those, improve the messaging. We implemented attribution tracking. You'd be surprised how many businesses don't have any attribution. They're just flying blind. They're relying on the campaign, and especially in this space because it's regulated, like interest stacks almost are irrelevant. With Andromeda, they're going against this. Like, you're in a health category. They restrict the amount of audience segmenting you can do. If you name your audiences wrong, you're gonna have a bad time on these platforms because they're cracking down due to HIPAA. You can't target certain people. These are health conditions. So you have to have the right tracking, the right attribution, the right strategies in place for this. Additionally, you need good pixel conditioning. I didn't show you yet, but I'll break down. This is part of the ways that we increase AOV, average order value. This is one of the biggest ways that we can improve the average order value, meaning how much money do they spend? Do we get them from a $199 spend to a $5.99 spend? Well, now that took me from not being profitable on that purchase to making money and putting money in my pocket. We improved the messaging. This is one of the biggest things that I oversee. I know the messaging, what it needs to say. I work directly with our creative strategists, with our digital strategists, and I'm overseeing that and making sure that the right strategy is in place for the messaging. This is going to be not just on the ads, but then on the funnel, on the emails, on the subject headlines. We want to make sure we're getting certain open rates, link click rates. All the messaging needs to be cohesive. It can't just say one thing on the ad and then they go click the funnel and it's not in alignment. You need your messaging on your ad to speak to the same messaging on the landing page, to speak to the same messaging on your emails, and everywhere you're on the internet needs to speak to the same audiences the same way every time. And then we implemented proven creative strategists and creators. Our creative strategists and creators are behind some of the biggest brands like Blue Chew, who's spending millions of dollars per month, tons of weight loss clinics. I mean, we've worked with Eden and now Elevated. We have countless other examples of weight loss clinics that we've helped scale. We have a proven roster of creative strategists and content creators to help scale your business. And if you want somebody that has those proven systems, proven strategies, proven blueprints that can come in and replicate it for you. Now, this is not a one size fits all. Everything's custom to your business, but we know what steps need to take. You need to hire somebody who understands the steps that need to be taken, who understands what your average order should be, what your costs should be, what your cost of goods sold should be, how much you're shipping, like understands overall the end-to-end process and has done what you're trying to do. So if you're trying to hit 7-figure months, by no means is this an income claim. The likelihood of you doing that is very unlikely. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, less than a 0.01% chance of you getting to $10 million per year, let alone $12 million per year, which is a 7-figure month. But as somebody who has done that, I'm just telling you the strategies of what works. So if you're on that path and you think that you can hit that, knock out the application below and apply to work with me. So what did this do for them? When they started with us, they had, again, a $2,400 cost of acquisition. We were able to get this down to a $215 cost of acquisition, $215.90 to be exact. Their average order value, $154 per patient that they signed up. They were spending $154. We got this up to $1,264. Again, there's a lot of strategies that we're using, from the messaging to the pixel conditioning. There's a lot that we can do to really control the algorithm and focus on things. Some patients, they're not going to spend $1,200 up front. We were able to get patients to spend over $3,000 with the press of a button. So now their dream outcome, they want to get to be like Eden. Everybody wants to be like Eden, unless they're really big. I had a call with somebody that I'm putting together their entire GLP-1 division. They're a massive telehealth company. They haven't cracked GLPs yet. He sold a very small portion of his company for $400 million. He looks at most GLP-1 companies as minuscule, but they want to be like Eden. Nothing wrong with that. Eden did an incredible job. They're very smart. They had a really great team. They're really on top of things. They understand they're a marketing company. Most businesses, they think like doctors, or I don't know what they think like, but they don't think like digital marketers. If you can think like a digital marketer, you're gonna have a lot better time on this than, you know, if you don't think like one. So hire a digital marketer like myself, pay them very, worth their money to make you more money. Their goal is to get to 50 million plus. I talk with lots of telehealth businesses. They all want to get to that. I guess there's some unlock that happens at that number with investors, and you essentially can unlock certain returns at that point. So if you're on that path and you want to get to $50 to $100 million exit, by no means am I guaranteeing or saying that I can help you do that. I'm just going to tell you what I've done to help businesses that have done that and what they've done for businesses that have actually done that. So knock out the application, send me a DM on Instagram. I'm very active on Instagram. Those are probably the best ways to work with me. And, be ready to move quick. Weight loss season's right around the corner. I look for decisive business owners. I don't waste time. If you're going to question me a lot and wonder why I'm doing these things, want to be very involved in the decision making, then, that's probably not for me. I'm very decisive. I know exactly what needs to be done. I want to own the result end to end and allow you to focus on business operations, other things that, are non-marketing related. Now, does that mean I don't want your collaboration? Absolutely not. The businesses that win the best are highly collaborative. They're very involved in the process, and I expect that out of them. But I don't need your strategies and ideas, if that makes sense. So if that sounds like something you want to do and you want to work with somebody like myself that knows what to do and is going to come in and have a very high probability of success for your business, then knock out the application. And looking forward to hopefully chatting with you soon.